Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's marketing chat. I'm your host, Terry Johnson from terryjohnsononline.com. I'm a digital marketing strategist, and I'm here today to talk about all things digital marketing and anything that has to do with marketing strategies that allows you to create a strategy to grow your business online. Why am I tripping over the words today? So you know what that means. That means content marketing, social media marketing, email marketing, branding, website SEO. I talk about the whole ball of wax here. So thank you for joining me today. And I am in the clubhouse today. So if you see me looking around or if things look funny, that's what I'm doing. I may shut this down, but I do want to open the clubhouse because in case somebody wants to come on and add their voice instead of putting something in the chat, we can do that. All righty. So thank you for joining me this week, everybody. If you don't mind, please share this post out, and we want to have more people join the chat, so we'll have more information flowing, more opinions, more thoughts, more questions. It makes it a little livelier. If you're here, say hello. Let me know where you're from. Let me know what's on your mind, what your thoughts are, anything that you want to know about marketing and marketing strategy. We're going to answer it here. Okay, thank you. All right, so let me get rid of this, and I'm going to close that out because it's too much. And now I remember why I stopped doing the clubhouse and the live, because there's too much clicking and too much things to be worried about. Well, if someone can hear me, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't have time for that. Too much, too much. Okay, so what's going on, everybody? It's a new week, a new marketing topic, a new marketing chat that we're going to talk about. And we did saying we started talking about this topic earlier this morning on the Biz Chicks with the Biz Chicks. So if you've seen that, I don't want to say show. I keep saying show because to me, it's not. These are not shows. We're having discussions where we're talking about important topics for your business, and it's not a show as it is, like a TV show or we're doing this and that. I just feel like these are just real conversations that we're having, and we're talking about important things that you need to know about. So the important thing you need to know the important thing you need to know about this week is, what is your UVP? And that's the question that I asked online. Do you know your UVP? And you're going, well, what the heck is the UVP? What is that? What does that have to do with marketing? Has a lot to do with marketing. Is about your brand message. And you need to know this UVP in order to reach your customers and clients online and connect with them with your messaging. Because you're not, unless you're doing a live, like this is a live. And to the replay viewers, I know you're not watching it while it's live, but thank you for being here. If you would do me a favor and share this out, I would appreciate it, because more the merrier, and we're going to get more minds and more opinions and thoughts and questions even after the live is over. Yes, questions are being asked and answered, but it's not live. Isn't that the great thing about doing a live video? It's like, okay, you can do it live, answer questions in a moment, and then the chat is still going on. And it's going on whenever you discover this post and this video, and you watch and you say, hey, wait a minute, I got a question. Well, guess what? I'll know about it. So don't worry about it if you didn't join the live. Okay, so replay viewers, you're great. Just say hi, drop a replay hashtag, or drop whatever you want in the chat. You can do what you want. Also, where depends on where you are, there might be some reactions. If you want to click a reaction, that's fine too. Let me know what you're thinking. Give me some feedback. It's always important. All right, so this topic, this week's marketing chat topic is UVP. Do you know your UVP? And you're going, well, Terry, what the heck is the UVP? hold on. I got you. I got the definition. Don't go anywhere. You know I like to give you the definition. And then I'm going to give you the simple explanation. So the definition of a UVP, it is a unique value proposition. Sometimes it's called a unique selling proposition, but it is a concise, straight to the point statement about the benefits you offer to your customers or your clients. All right. So in other words, here's the simple explanation. It's what makes you different from your competitors. It's what makes you different from your competitors. Okay, so do you know your UVP? And let me tell you before we talk about it, it is not a slogan and it is not your call to action. It's not your slogan. It's your position. It's your brand messaging. It's what is your business standing for online? That is what it is. Okay. All right. So I got some windows popping up here, guys. Hold on. I'm just making sure everything is okay. Yes, we're still live. Good. Yeah. So we got hold on. I have some technical difficulties. Stand by, technical difficulties. Oh. I put my iPad on the keyboard. I'm like, why are my windows jumping around on the screen? Duh. Okay. And with that, I will take a sip. Those things happen. Okay, so back to the unique value proposition. All right, my nose is itchy. That's what happens on a live. So it is what makes you stand out from your competitors. And when we're talking about your business, it could be brick and mortar, it could be online, but it's what makes you different. What makes you different? It's not pricing. It's not, oh, we have 20 locations. That's not a unique value proposition, because I don't care how many locations you have. If your business, your service, what you're offering doesn't meet what I need, and you're not conveying it to me in a clear, concise way. Unique value proposition. What makes you stand out? Okay, some more details. I'm looking at my notes. So remember, it's not a slogan, it's not a catchphrase, it's not your call to action, it's none of those. And I have examples. Hold on. I have examples to show you. So to be simple, to be more clear about this, is how you describe the value that you bring to your customers and no one else can give them. Okay, the value you bring to your customers that no one else can give them, only you can give it. That's your UVP, unique value proposition. Okay, think about it this way. It's the reason why I should buy from you. And see, I'm your customer. I'm your potential customer. What are you providing value-wise with your business, with your messaging, that will convince me to buy from you and not your competitors? All right. And it's not like I said earlier, it's not, oh, we have several locations. Oh, I have more products than my competition. I have more products. Whoop. Who cares? It's not, oh, well, this is a different color from. It's not those things. It's the messaging. It's the value of your messaging that you're conveying to your potential customer to get them to buy from you. Right? We clear? And here's some questions you need to ask or answer. All right? And I got a slide. Hold on. We have to have slides. And let me bring it up. Hold on. Here we go. We have to answer the question. Instead of, why should I buy from you? Is, what do I get if I buy from you? And let me pop myself here. All righty. So now hold on a second. I've lost. There we go. Like I lost my orientation. You know, all these things you click on, which is why I, shut the clubhouse down. But okay. But getting back to this, you have to answer this question. When your customer asks you, why should I buy from you? Not that, but what do I get? What do I get? Me, the customer. What do I get if I do business from you, if I buy from you? See? You need to answer that. That's going to lead you to what is my UVP, right? And let's talk about that a little bit more. Let's get into some details. All right. So your value proposition, it's a clear statement that offers relevancy, specific value, differentiate. I can never say this word. What makes you different? Differentiation. All right. So relevancy, that means explaining how your product or service solves your customer's problem or improves their situation. Let's say that again. Explain how your product solves customer problems or improves their situation, because they're buying from you because they have a need to fill, a problem to solve. I need this, or I want this. And your business provides a solution. Okay. So that's the relevancy part of it, right? It has to be a match between the customer wants or needs and the product or service that you provide. It has to be a match. It can't, if there's no match, there's no need to go any further because you're wasting your time. All right. Okay. So let's go to the next one. Specific value or quantified value. You have to give specific benefits. That's why I said that question. What do I get when I buy from you? You have to answer that. You have to answer that. It can't be just, I'm in business because I want to make money. Yes, we're all in business to make money. That is the objective, the end goal of a business. To make revenue, to make money, to make sales, to have money in your bank account, in your business bank account. But that's not the thing that motivates your customers to buy your product, your service. So that's what we're getting to here. That's why I want you to look at your value proposition. Where do you stand? It has to be relevancy. You have to have a specific value. It can't just be a generic thing. Oh, I'm just going to sell to everybody. We're not doing that. You have to sell to a specific audience. And we talked about that, having a specific targeted audience. It saves you time and headache because you're not wasting your time trying to sell to the unsellable, something that nobody wants. And this is let me stop for a real quick second because I started watching this TV show, Young Sheldon. I don't know why. I was just looking for something to watch. And it's about a family. One of the sons decides to buy snow globes in Texas snow globes or something, because the business is going out of business, so they're having a sale. So the snow globes he can buy for $1, and he's like, I'm going to clean up and buy them all for $1, buy every one of them. I think it was like over 50, and sell them for $5. And his father was like, yeah, okay, go ahead. So he goes knocking on doors, the neighbors and whatever, and trying to sell the snow globe. But people are like, I don't want that. Why in the world would I need a Texas snow globe? And usually when people buy snow globes like that, it's like I went to Texas and I wanted a memento of my visit or my vacation. So I bought it. But these are people that live in Texas. So I don't need a reminder of, well, I live in Texas. I don't need that. So he couldn't sell any. So he got frustrated. And then a thought came to him that he changed his clothing, and then he went back at it. Then see, this is a key. You got to go back at it. You got to get back in the game when it doesn't go the way you want it to go. So he goes back at it. The next door he knocks on, the guy's like, well, does it snow in Texas? And he's like, well, what about the last time it snowed? He said, oh yeah, me and my brother, we had such a great time as kids, and da 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 da. So he's now he figured out to sell the globe with the experience of the customer instead of him wanting to sell and make money. So after he figured out that he could connect to their memories of the last time it snowed in Texas, because it doesn't snow in Texas a lot. I mean, last winter it does. I'm not going to get into that, but it rarely snows there. It's warm weather all the time, I hear. So he's selling these snow globes based on the memories they have as children, which is a powerful connection. When you can connect a product or a service to a memory, or you know, it's something that they remember, that they engage with, and it's like a pleasant experience because it's all about the experience. Then if there's a connection there, which he figured it out, he sold all of them. He sold all of the snow globes after he figured out it's not about my position as I want to sell them and make money. It's about the customer's position of why do they need it? That's why I asked you a question. What do I get from it when I buy it? So they got pleasant memories, great experiences, remembering when they were kids and all of the great things that goes with that nostalgia. Okay. So just so offhand, I wanted to put that in so you could, you know, it would be more relevant. All right, so specific value we talked about, and then the last one, differentiation. I think I said that right. Being different. You want to tell them why they should buy from you and not from the competition. Okay, so back to the little story about young Sheldon and the brother that sold the snow globes. Why is he buying? Because he figured out the selling position, that it should be about the customer and not about his need or desire to sell all of these things and make all of this money. So once you figure that out, what makes you different from the competition, or what makes you stand out? What makes this business stand out and provide a specific valuable service that's relevant to your target audience? All right, so okay. So we got that. And let's see. One more thing I want to mention, and I believe I mentioned this, but I want to show you the slide. All right, so UVP, it is not a slogan or a catchphrase. Let me say that again. It is not a slogan or a catchphrase, and it's not a CTA, which is a call to action. It's none of those things. It's what I said. How do you figure out how to make the connection between you and your customer, your clients, where you stand head and shoulders above the rest? And why do you want to do that? Let me bring this down. And I got my little double window going. Okay, so let's talk about that. Why would you want to stand out online? Why would you want to have this unique value proposition where, you know my messaging, I know what my business and brand is serving and giving to the audience, and I know why they would want to buy? It's because everything online is noisy right now. And I mean noisy. I mean more and more people have figured out, oh, I can get online, I can sell stuff, I can promote my business, I can do this, I can get people to buy. They think it's like a slot machine at Vegas or something. I put the coin in, I pull the lever, and the money comes out. That's not social media. That's not how it works anymore. Social media is about getting attention now. Now, if you have a system in place, once you get the attention, then you can put them into your system. Another, most people call it a funnel. I like to call it a system. But a system is just a series of steps of, once I get the attention of my target audience, how do I guide them through the buyer journey? How do I get them from the attention phase to the buying phase, which is what I want as a business, because I want to make sales. I want revenue. I want dollars in the bank account. Okay. So once you have the system, you need the ignition, the spark. And that's what social media is right now. And also, there's a lot of talk about Facebook. Facebook went down. Facebook has all these things going on. People have a bad taste in their mouth about Facebook and in social media in general. So what do you do when there's less people online? Think of it as fishing. Here's a fishing analogy. You have a pond stocked full of fish. And this was 5-10 years ago with Facebook. You could just put your bait in, put your rod in, and just the fish are just jumping in the boat. Now that pond is less stocked than it was before, because of the negativity side of social media coming through and things going down, and is it reliable? Okay, so you have to bring all of those factors into play and say, I need to stand out when I'm online, because that brings the attention and that puts them into my system. And that's where I, as a business owner, I'm happy because my system is working and people are buying, and there's sales and there's money in the bank, dollars in the bank account. Okay. And you see some people doing it well, and others are like, what's going on? Because I see people just, it's a slot machine, money just pouring out for other people, but not for me. Well, there's a breakdown with your messaging. See, that's the key. So that's why I'm talking about this UVP, unique value proposition. You have to know it. You have to know it internally because it drives everything. It drives your posts. It drives your messaging online. It allows you to connect to your target audience because you know where you stand. I know what I provide, and I know that I'm different from the competition. They provide X, I provide Y, and I know why my product is better, or why my service is better, or why it's a good fit for this particular customer or client, because you cannot, everybody's not your customer. Let's forget that. Oh, I'm going to, I'm going online, I'm going to do this and do that. And everybody wants my product. 18 to 80, men, women, children. Nope. So a part of this UVP, unique value proposition, is you have to know who you're talking to, and have to know how to say it and how to get their attention. There's a lot of working parts with strategy, with marketing online. People think it's easy, and it's not. That's why I'm here every week talking about marketing strategies, marketing topics and terms and things you need to know, because I'm trying to make it easier for you. So that's a part of what's going on here. So unique value proposition, understand it. It sounds complicated, but it's really simple. It's just how you stand out from your competition, how you stand out to get the attention of your ideal and ideal client or customer. And then what you do is you don't immediately sell unless they're, they might be ready. They might be ready to buy. It depends on where they are. But see, that's a part of the messaging. You have to know where they are and are they ready to buy. A lot of moving parts. People think it's really easy. And why I bring this up, they get frustrated. They say social media doesn't work. Oh, this doesn't work. Marketing doesn't work. I'm just going to run some ads. Well, I'm going to tell you, ads are working now. But because of what Apple did with their ask this app not to track me when I use my Apple device, I'm here to say I hit no. I don't want it tracking me. So because of that, that's less data for Facebook to allow you to hit the target when you're running an ad. So that means you're going to spend more for that same ad that you spent last year, or before the update, the iOS update for Apple goes into play. And we're just at the early stages of it, and I'm hearing a lot of people are frustrated. So yes, the days of the easy ad buying, they're going bye-bye. So that means you got to work harder on organic stuff, which is, one of the topics we're talking about today, your unique value positioning. Work on that, hone it, get it right, to where you're the superstar standing out and your competitors are way back there and nobody's looking at them. They're looking at you, and you're ready to go. You got your system. You know how to nurture them. You get them to buy, and you look at your bank account and you're happy. Okay. All right. So that's a little bit about unique value proposition. There's some more to this, but I really don't want to overwhelm you with that. And also, I'm trying to keep this a little short and not go the whole hour. But if you have some questions about unique value proposition, or you have questions about messaging, your brand messaging, where you should be as a business, what you need to know, where to start, ask me all of that. Put it in the chat, DM me, find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, reach out and say, hey, you were talking about that UVP. I need to know a little bit more. Or you have questions about that or any of the marketing topics that I talk about here, because it's all about building a strategy that's going to grow your business online. It's about building the right successful strategy. Let's be clear. The right one, the successful one, the one that gets you what you want for your business. So we talk about those topics here, and we'll continue to do that. Also, if you have a suggestion about any topic that I haven't brought up, something that you want to talk about, that you're concerned about, or you want to know about, or you have questions, put it in the chat. Send me a DM, send me an email, find me online, go to terryjohnsononline.com, go to Google, type in Terry Johnson Online. You'll find me in all the places. They're like, why are you everywhere? Well, I'm not everywhere. I have a presence everywhere. And I know how to connect it into a system to where I know when you go different places, how I get that information, how I get that question or message works for me. Right. So all of these things you can learn about. And I'm just going to say, get ready, because there's going to be some new things coming from me. There's going to be some new things I'm working on. I'm really excited about it. So I'm just, giving you just a pre pitch or a pre, just, okay, get ready. It's coming. All right. So let me know if you want to know what's coming from me in the future. Just, say, hey, I want to get on your list. Put your email in or DM me your email. If you don't want to put, you don't have to put it in a public space like the chat here. You can DM me, say, hey, I want to get on the list. Sure, not a problem, because you might want to be ahead of the curve and make sure that you got all of the tools and the tricks and the things you need to know to make this marketing strategy that you're creating a success online. Okay, so let's do that. All right, so hey, we're done. We're done. Unless there are any questions, any comments, we're done. And I tried the Clubhouse thing again. I don't know if I'm going to go back to it because it's just too many moving parts. I was using it on my iPad and I was like, wait a minute, where's the mic? I'm just like, sometimes it's too much. Sometimes you want to keep it simple. So here we are. I'm keeping it simple. All right. So thank you guys for joining me this week. Again, if you have any questions, comments, reach out to me here in the chat or send me a DM on any of the platforms where you can find me, or you can go to terryjohnsononline.com and send me a message and we'll chat. Okay. All right. So have a great day, everybody. I will see you next week. Bye.